19th person voted out of Bloomsburg Survivor season. In season 1 of Survivor Bloomsburg, you were a member of the production team. What made you decide to be a part of the Castaway this season and compete instead?
I kind of regret not signing up last year because I was the camera person, so I was there almost every night. And it just looked so much fun being in there and having the chance to compete for $1,000. That's something I wanted to do, so that's why I applied this season.
What were your first impressions when you met the 29 other castaways back in episode 1? Who did you start to form connection with right away?
Honestly, when I first met everyone, I was like, wow, this game is going to be tough because I didn't realize there was last year there was 24, this year there was 30, so there was 6 extra people, so that means another tribal every night instead of 2, there's 3. So I was like, wow, this is gonna be hard. It's gonna be very hard. So my goal was just to get to halfway, episode 5, and I got voted out episode 7, so I beat my goal. I'm actually just happy. And I survived the quasi curse because I didn't get voted out on episode 4. But the person I made the closest alliance to during the first episode is Haley and Ozzy. I really kind of already had a connection with Ozzy because I did production last year and I knew all the returning people. They remembered me, they knew me. So the newest one I would say is Haley because I loved her so much.
You found several hidden idols or advantages during the season. You also were gifted items from other players. Talk to us about your adventures to those items.
So finding those idols and finding the clues for that, I wasn't expecting it to be that hard. I'm so oblivious and I knew that was going to be my downfall in this game. I'm the type of person, I'm so nonchalant. I usually don't know what's going on, so I fake it till you make it. But one day that stood out to me was when I found my idol that I played in episode 5 at the pool. I literally walked past Joe's idol nullifier while looking for mine. It was literally just laying there. And then that night I walked past another idol. I was helping Haley find hers. And I kid you not, it was in the net of the field. I was standing right next to it. My foot was here, the idol was here, just leaning against the stand. I was like, there's no way. I didn't even see that. But I wouldn't have stolen that one because that was Haley's and I love Haley's. But I literally have walked past so many advantages, idols, so much stuff like that. I knew that me being me, that's what was gonna happen. And the funny thing about me walking past Joe's idol nullifier is that Joe gave it to Haley and then Haley gave it to me. So eventually it ended up back in my hands.
So another follow-up question to that question is, how did you decide when the best way in the game was to play any of those advantages?
GK is coming for me. There really was no thought. I wasted my idol, at the pool. I think that was episode 5, for no reason. Because in my head, I thought Haley was gonna play her idol, and then the votes would have been split between me and her, and then I would have been sent home. So I played that for no reason. But I'm not even mad about it anymore because the day I would have played it would have been episode 6 at the softball field, and I just played a key instead, and I ended up with immunity, so it worked out.
Another follow-up question is, were there any items that expired before you got to play them? If so, how come you chose not to play them?
So I did what was it? GK just sent a clue. It was the deal or no deal, that's what it was. And I ended up with a tribe swap thing, but a lot of people ended up with them. I honestly did not know how to play that texting game. I literally asked GK, he was like, you have 10,000. I was like, slay, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. I had to ask him. And he explained it to me and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll keep playing. And he sent me the picture of it. And I was like, where is it? Because it was tied to the bull statue right next to Beckworth. I've never seen that. I'm a business girly, so I'm always on the other side of the quad. I've only had one class in Beckworth and I've never adventured around the building. So as I was running down there, I ended up running into Brady because in my head, it was a sculpture and it had the word art in it. So I was thinking it's either arts and admin or past auditorium. And I ran into Brady and we were well, obviously we're looking for the same thing. But I literally, I was like, I don't know where it is. I found out that we had this different things. It was like the same like advantage. We were just in different spots. But it was the tribe swap thing. Sorry guys, I'm rambling. It was the tribe swap thing. So basically, you play that and then you could switch places with somebody else on a different tribe. I let that thing expire because at that time I was on Python. So it did not make sense to me to go onto Gator when Gator was having their losing streak. So, like, why would I do that? I would just be setting myself up for failure. And that's what a lot of Python people did.
What were your thoughts about the keys and how they changed the game?
I love the keys. Like, I thought that was such a cool twist to the game. I got more keys than I thought I would. People just started giving them to me when they got voted out. I mean, like, yesterday, the episode I got voted out, I did have an idol nullifier, the one that Haley gave me. And I probably should have played it, but I was like, you know, my entire alliance, they've all been voted out. Haley got voted out, she gave me her keys. And then Ozzy got voted out and he gave me his keys. So I was like, then Julia got voted out. And it was just me and Holly left in the game. And I was like, I honestly don't think I'm gonna make it past episode 7 with only one alliance. So I got voted out the first like tribal, and then Holly went the next one. And I was like, yeah, that's the end of our like little alliance. We just got wiped out like one by one by one. But I don't know who Holly gave the keys and the idol nullifier that I gave her to. The idol nullifier expired that night, so it had to be played that night. I don't know if anybody played it because I left. Sorry guys, I had places to be. But I don't know who she gave the keys that I gave her to. I'm hoping it's a girl. I hope that she didn't give it to somebody that I don't like. But yeah.
Python dominated the first half of the game in many different ways. Why do you feel that Python had such a success to run over several episodes versus Gator?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I feel like we just worked well together as two different tribes. I feel like we had a lot of guys, which definitely helped, and then we had like a couple girls, and I feel like it was just a balance of like strength and then like strategicness and everything. Because yeah, the guys carried us through like the physical aspects of the challenges, but like, you know, Julia and Holly and the rest of the girls carried us through like the memory challenges and all those other types of challenges.
In episode 2, talk to us about the tug of war one-on-one competition and your highs and lows.
Oh my god, I actually liked it. You guys were so smart with the picture thing because you already know, like, if it was like regular tug of war one-on-one, we would always like try to match the people. But doing the picture, it made it fair but unfair at the same time because I went up against Anthony and I already knew I was not gonna win that one. Like, I think everybody knew I was not gonna win that one. But at that point, I had sat out the first challenge, which was like capture the flag, to talk to Julia and make an alliance there. So I was strategic in that way, and I was like, I need to like do good in this challenge, so that way they don't think I'm just like dead weight or I'm a weak link. So I literally was fighting for my life against Anthony. I was like literally pulling so hard. I literally feel like I was up there for a minute. Like, I felt like I was up there for a long time. But inevitably, my feet were wet 'cause the grass was wet 'cause it was like kind of raining that day. And my feet just slid off of the box and he won. But I gave him a fight. That's one thing about me. I always fight to the end. And you can see that too in the pool episode where I'm literally drowning while shooting the squirters. I'm very like resilient and I'm not a quitter.